So thank you everybody for jumping on tonight. Really appreciate you taking some time out of your Wednesday night. My name's Jo Ross and I am the founder of Travel Tribe. So Travel Tribe came into being about 18 months ago. At the time I was working in family daycare. I had a full-time job, which I absolutely loved, but there wasn't very much time freedom in it. And honestly, there wasn't a lot of financial freedom in it either. I was still working from week to week and I was still finding that I was a slave to my job. Even though I was technically my own boss, I was still a slave to my job. I had to be there from certain hours because I had people relying on me. And my hubby and I absolutely love traveling in our caravan. We love getting away whenever we can. And we met so many people who said, you know, get out there and live life while you're young. Get out there and travel. Go and explore the world. And I'm a breast cancer survivor. So that really resonated with me. That was something that was ringing true. I wanted to get out there and live as much of my life as possible because none of us know how long we're here for. So we really need to live that life as much as we possibly can. So I was on Facebook one day and I saw a post from a beautiful lady named Katrina. She was selling off all of her family daycare resources because, as her post said, she'd found an online business where she was making a better income than her traditional business, and it gave her that ultimate time freedom. She was able to work from anywhere in the world as long as she had Wi-Fi, and she could do it around her kids, from the beach, from the park, from the coffee shop. It didn't matter. And I was like, hey, I want to know what that is. So I sent her a message. She sent me some info to watch about some incredible products. Now, when I first saw them, I was really, really intrigued, but I was also skeptical. So when I went through my cancer journey, I chose to do a lot of things naturally. I learned about how our bodies can actually start to heal themselves if we give them that right nutrition. So when I saw these amazing products, after I did a little bit of research, I was in. I tried them for myself for a couple of weeks, had great results, so I jumped into the business. So I'm just going to share a little bit now about what the products are. They're these ones here. They're called Juice Plus. If you haven't heard of them before, they've actually been in Australia for over 20 years. It's our 20-year anniversary this year, and they've been around worldwide for over 30. Now, what's in here is absolutely nothing but whole foods. So we've got veggies, we've got fruits, and we've got berries. So there's 27 different chemical-free, herbicide and pesticide-free, non-GMO, whole fruits, veg, and berries. Now, I was like, how on earth do you get so many fruits and veggies into such tiny capsules? So what they do is they actually have in America, all of our food is grown in America because they all come from third generation farms. So there's no herbicides and no pesticides used for 3 generations, which is pretty amazing in this day and age. Every single batch is individually tested just to make sure that there's no overspray has kept crept on from anybody else's farms as well. So to me, trying to minimize the chemicals in my life, that was really, really important. So the fruit and veg that's in here is left to vine ripen, which is another really, really important thing. I know when we go shopping at Coles and Woolies and, you know, we're all trying to eat our 5 serves of veggies and 2 serves of fruit a day. But even when we do, the nutritional content of our fruit and veg these days, it just isn't what it used to be. You know, our tomatoes are picked when they're green and then ripened under lights, sorry. You know, it's very rare that you can find vine ripened tomatoes anymore. Avocados are picked when they're rock hard and then gas ripened. And it just happens, that's just the way commercial fruit and veg is grown these days because they have to be able to truck it halfway across the country before we get to eat it. So the fruit and veg is vine ripened, which is when all the peak nutrition actually gets into the veggies. So that's so important. Within 24 hours, it's shipped to the factory where the whole fruit and veg is washed, crushed, and then that juice is very slowly freeze dried at around 1 degree. And what that does is it allows the water to evaporate off, the sugars ferment off, and what you're left with is the powder that contains all the vitamins, the minerals, the phytochemicals, and all that amazing nutrition that our bodies actually need. It's then encapsulated in a vegan capsule made from tapioca starch and then sent out, popped in these little canisters and sent out across the world. So absolutely no animal products whatsoever are used in here. It is completely fruit, veg, and berries, and like I said, even the capsule. So it's actually vegan. And the amazing thing is these are approved by the TGA, the Therapeutic Goods Association of Australia, as a whole food. So it has been absolutely tried and tested. We're actually at over 30 peer-reviewed medical published journals. They've done studies on Juice Plus, and the results that have been shown in these studies is amazing. Everything from concentration levels, cardiovascular health, cholesterol studies. There's been tests done on where they've given Juice Plus to entire workforces, and they've had a 30% reduction in their sick days across the whole workforce. So it's just amazing. So we absolutely love these products. And given the fact that the World Health Organization tells us we're actually supposed to eat between 9 and 13 serves of organic fruit and veg a day, purely to combat the chemicals that are in our life. Our water, our air, our carpet, our curtain, they all contain chemicals. And our little bodies have to try and combat that every single day. And you can really see by the growing amount of diseases and things that we're struggling with as a human race these days, that it's really hard for everybody to get that optimal nutrition to change, give their bodies a chance to heal themselves. And that's what Juice Plus does. This isn't a replacement. This isn't a take this and you don't have to eat your veggies. We actually have an incredible program that comes along free with our products, and it's very much whole food based. So we're trying to get people to eat the veggies, but we know that not every day is perfect. We're busy, we've got stuff on, so that's where Juice Plus comes in. It bridges that gap between what we do eat and what we know we should be eating. So that's our capsules. Then along with the capsules, we actually have an amazing kids version. Now this comes completely free with every single adult order. So for every adult who's taking Juice Plus, if you have a child aged between 4 and 18, you'll actually get the kids products completely free. These are brand new bags because I finished off the other ones the other day, so I haven't opened these yet. But what's inside is a little gummy. Exactly the same ingredients as the fruit and the veggie capsules, but it's mixed with tapioca starch and a little bit of the fruit juice so that it tastes amazing. Kids actually get 17 different fruits and veggies every single day, and they think they're getting a starburst. It's amazing. So we've actually been doing the world's largest observational children's health study. It's been going on for over 10 years, and parents and guardians have been giving their kids these products have told us that over the course of 10 years, their children are on less medication. They have less days off school sick. Their little taste buds actually change, and they naturally eat more fruit and veg without mum and dad having to argue and fight with them. They drink more water, they sleep better, their digestion's better. There's a whole host of studies that have been done. So if you've got a little person in your life that doesn't eat their veggies, these are an amazing way to help bolster that and help improve their immune system, especially coming into the cold and flu season. These are just an incredible way to help boost that. Now, along with our, so they cover our micronutrition, and our complete powders cover our macronutrition. So these come in a delicious chocolate or vanilla. You can use it as a smoothie, as a shake. You can pop it into cooking. We've got loads and loads of recipes. Lots of people love making pancakes with these. Smash up a banana and a couple of eggs. You mix in one of these and you've got the healthiest pancakes in the world. Now what's actually in here is chickpea powder, pea protein, rice protein. We've got an ancient grain blend. We've got broccoli sprouts, alfalfa, radish sprouts, aramath, quinoa, pomegranate, pumpkin, spirulina, yucca, mushroom, all of those incredible veggies. Now, I don't know about you. We won a huge veggie box today, and that was amazing, but I still didn't eat all of that for dinner. You just can't. There's only so much that you can eat, but your body does need it all. So some of the amazing vitamins and minerals that are in here, like an apple itself contains 10,000 phytochemicals. So getting that whole food is so very important. You can't just have an isolated vitamin and mineral. Many people who've bought vitamin and mineral supplements over the counter, have said that they get that disco wee, that bright yellow wee, because your body recognizes that as a synthetic supplement and tries to get rid of it as quickly as possible. You don't get any of that with Juice Plus. Within 5 to 7 minutes of you taking it, your body recognizes it as a whole food, body starts to break it down, and it starts to heal those red blood cells, replacing them and giving you that incredible energy that we're all looking for. The other amazing thing that's in the shakes is niacin. Now, niacin's actually one of the B vitamins, and it's found naturally in your veggies, but it's actually also a natural mood enhancer. They actually take that, and that's what they synthetically use in a lot of antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication. So we have some incredible testimonials from people who've been on our products for a while, and they've actually been able to reduce or even get off some of their medication. So we are super proud of our products. These are incredible to have such a wide variety of veggies in here. Less sugar than half a banana, but they taste amazing. You can mix them with any non-dairy milk you like. I actually mix mine just with water and ice. Hubby loves his with frozen fruit. So they're so versatile. You can do so much with them. And if you're a meal skipper or somebody who maybe in the afternoon reaches for those not so great snacks, this is an awesome substitute for that. And then our very last product that we have is our omegas. Now, we're always hearing on TV how important it is to have omegas. The human body needs healthy fats, but we can't actually make them ourselves. So essential fatty acids, these ones here are our omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. But instead of taking them from fish, we actually skip out the fish and go to the algae, because the algae is actually where the fish get the omegas from anyway. So rather than have to squeeze a little fish, we actually have our own algae farms. So our omegas actually come from the algae oil. They also come from pomegranate, raspberry, sea buckthorn, tomato, and safflower. So this actually tastes like orange oil. There's no fishy aftertaste or anything like that. And again, completely vegan, so no animal products whatsoever. We're doing some incredible studies on these. The anti-inflammatory properties of omegas are amazing, as well as cardio health, eye health, brain health. It's just amazing. There's been some amazing studies regarding the reducing of cholesterol as well. So if that's something that you're, struggling with, highly recommend you have a look at omegas and see if you can take a more natural route before you actually have to start and go and take some nasty chemicals. My hubby's been on these for almost a year now, and he has a smashed knee. He actually was told he needed a knee replacement, but he was too young. Since he's been taking these, he walks about 7Ks one day and goes for a 10K push bike ride the next day. He's actually been walking to the gym, doing a workout, and then walking back home. And the best part about it is his knee doesn't hurt the next day. So he's an absolute loves these, tells everybody about them. So yeah, if you've got any kind of joint pain whatsoever, I highly recommend giving those ones a go. So what I'd like to do now is just shoot on over to a couple of other people who've been taking the products for a while. Mel, I might start with you. If you could take yourself off mute for me.
Yep, I'm just writing a message.
Oh, you're frozen on my screen. Oh, there you are.
Hang on. Yep.
Oh,
I just
got your message.
I said, Al, we need your testimonial, Al.
Yes, I'll get him to do one actually.
Yeah.
All right. So can you tell us how long have you been taking the products for, and what's been your story so far?
So I've been taking them for about 5 months. And when I first came across these products, I didn't have any skepticism at all, because I'd been looking for something like this probably for 10 years. I was a big pill popper, not a synthetic like prescription or anything. It was always, everything was always natural. But like I would have a routine and of take vitamin C in the morning, take probiotics, take vitamin B, magnesium, turmeric, and I could never sustain anything that I tried to write out for myself. And I would literally every 6 months would be just tipping heaps of money down into the rubbish bin. I'd just be emptying jars of stuff because they were, either out of date or whatever. So when I found the capsules, it was so easy for me to stick to. And it was pretty much what my body needed. I had a baby last year at the start of the year, and prior to that was very sleep deprived with my 4-year-old. And so having Azzy, she really seemed to suck a lot out of me. And after having her, I was so tired. I'd be falling asleep at 11 o'clock nearly, and then at 3 o'clock I was topping up with coffee, and I was never really a coffee drinker. Sugar cravings were through the roof. My limbs were aching. I felt sick all the time. And my hair, I've naturally got thin hair, but after having a baby you tend to lose more hair, so it was falling out a lot as well. And I literally would look in the mirror, and I wouldn't even like looking in the mirror because I felt pale and worn out and tired, and my skin was just yuck and everything. And I've also suffered sinus for about 15, 20 years. So I was having sinus attacks during the night, like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and so my eyes would be running and my nose would be running and I'd be sneezing, and John would be getting cranky because he'd have to get up at 5 o'clock and go to work, and everything was fairly unpleasant. So I pretty much started taking them, and literally when I received the product, it was almost like I could feel the capsules talking to me. Like I wanted to just guzzle the whole lot down. So I was sort of doing a bit of a double up here and there, and really trying to put it into my body. And within 3 weeks, I started to notice quite a few changes, especially with my tiredness. I didn't want to fall asleep at 11 o'clock or 3 o'clock. My coffee cravings completely stopped. My sugar cravings just completely stopped, which blew me away. My sinus at night stopped. And I stopped aching all over. And one thing I didn't realise that would happen was having a baby, you have shocking brain fog. I was struggling to hold a conversation or, string kind of a sentence together. And my mind, it was like the fog just lifted and my mind actually just became really clear, which really, it blew me away. So, yeah, I've had huge changes, massive changes. I just have so much more energy and, I feel alive again. And a couple of weeks ago, I went to a kid's birthday party, and one of my friends who I hadn't seen for a little while, she straight away, I didn't even say, hi, how you going, Mel? It was, oh my God, you look so good, and have you had Botox? And I was just like, no. Nope, just loving my capsules. When someone says that to you, you're like, shit, I must have looked really bad, and I must be looking okay. So yeah, I love it so much, and I just think everyone in the world should be taking fruit, veggies, and berries, literally. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I don't think we can market it as Botox in a pill, but you never know. We might give that a go. Thank you.
I know.
All right. Lorraine, can I get you to take yourself off mute for me? Could you share with us, please, how long you've been taking Juice Plus for and what's been your results for?
Well, I think it's only been 3 weeks.
Yep.
It might be a little bit longer now. And the first thing I noticed in myself was, oh my God, I slept through the night. I just didn't believe it. I got up in the morning and I walked to the kitchen. I had a look at the clock and I think there's something wrong with the clock. No, this can't be right. And I can't honestly remember the last time that I had actually had anything like 8 hours sleep. And I just sort of, no, can't be right. Anyway. And then my grandson got up And the afternoon, I to school as normal, and then he said, you know, Grandma, he said, I'm falling asleep earlier than 4 because he's been on the chews as well. Although he's a big boy, he's 16, you know. and he says, I can't stay awake past like 9 o'clock and I'm falling asleep. And I said, yeah, isn't it strange? You know, so that was the first thing that both of us noticed. And I have fibromyalgia, I have a few other pain conditions, etc. And I also have type 2 diabetes. And between those, I'm up and down all night normally. And the dog, because the dog's really old and he's getting a bit, you know, and he wants to go out at weird, strange times of the day and night and what have you. So if he's not barking and getting me up, I'm waking up with pain and I'm waking up to use the toilet. And, you know, the only thing that wakes me up now is the dog. You know, it's just insane. So, yeah, and with the grandson, Nathan, he's on the spectrum. And he's an absolute sports fanatic, but he's sort of limited in his diet what he will eat because of sensory things and what have you. So, and he's stacked on the weight. I'm concerned with him for about diabetes and things, you know. So even though he's very active, he loves his white foods and all.
Yeah.
So, but the changes in him, not just physical changes, his stamina with his sports and that, he's just got so much more energy, and his recovery time's cut in half. Yeah, and yeah, well, can I talk about it? But even his bowel motions becoming normal. Because it's quite a big thing with him, you know. And he's talking more. I don't know if that's a good thing, but he's just happy in his. We're both drinking a lot more water than we ever did before. My cravings for coffee and, as you say, for sweet things, I've gone, yep, you know. So I don't want it anymore. In the mornings, I get up and I just want my capsules, glass of water. I'm off, you know. Another glass of water and I'm off. It's just brilliant. It really has. And it's, I don't know. But with Nathan, we had a school meeting, when was it, last week? Yeah, a week ago, Thursday. And without them knowing, and I'm not, you know, I think, oh, well, you know, it's only been a couple of weeks. This can't be right, you know, la, 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 la. So at that school meeting, because Nathan's behaviour isn't always fantastic. He does have meltdowns, you know, so, and they said, "Where's the real Nathan?" You know, we don't know who this child is. The last few weeks, you know, this is a different kid. I was like, yeah! Because it does show. It really does. I'm just blown away. Yeah, I just can't believe it. So,
That's fantastic. I'm so very happy for you.
yeah, I just keep asking myself, can this be?
Yeah.
And it is. It can't be anything else, you know?
Well, we'll be very interested to see what happens over the coming weeks and months. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Okay, gonna shoot on over now to Kylie. Kylie, if you could take yourself off mute for me. Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. So would you mind sharing with us, how long have you been taking Juice Plus and what's been your results?
So I've been taking the product for just over 2 months now, and the reason why I decided to try the product was for stomach issues. I was on constant medication prescribed by the specialist, who said that I could have surgery, but it was way too risky. the medication was causing obviously more issues and discomfort and things like that. So I thought I'd just give it a go and just see, you know, what kind of results I'd get. And within days, I was having regular bowel motions, which I'd never had, and you know, the discomfort, the distended belly was all gone, and my craving for more healthier food was just magnificent. You know, that very first week of starting Juice Plus, I was sleeping loads better, and I have a 2 and a 4-year-old, and so I'm quite active with them and always having broken sleeps and things like that. So you're always waking up tired and not feeling like you've had a good night's sleep. And now I wake up full of energy. And I've even had people commenting just this last week saying, what are you taking? Like you've got so much energy, you're so bright and everything like that. And I just say I'm just having more fruits and veg, and that's how we get the conversation started. Hubby's got really bad eczema on the top of his arms and across his back, and he's been having the product for a bit over a month now, and he even commented how much it's actually improving his eczema. He's always had it his whole life, so that's really good that it's getting better. The brain fog, anyone that knows what motherhood is like, you always get busy with life and chaos all the time, and you just constantly forget things. My brain fog is pretty much gone. I can function and so much more alert and concentrating and things like that. And the sugar cravings, I was offered a bit of chocolate the other day and couldn't even eat it because I just haven't had it for such a long time. Is that I was a sugar fan and just loved chocolate, and now I'm just like, no thanks, I'll just pass with that. I do have the chocolate smoothies for breakfast. I was a big breakfast skipper since having the shakes in the morning. I just have it with some ice and water, and that fills me up until pretty much lunchtime, and I can keep going with that, and I just love them. So breakfast skipping gone, energy up, brain fog gone, belly issues gone, so I'm loving it. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so as you can have heard, you know, everybody has a different story. You know, we never know what the products are going to do for a person, which is why we don't make any claims. You know, it's just fruit, veg, and berries in a capsule. But when your body is getting that nutrition it craves, it really can start to heal itself. And that's why we have such a wide variety of stories. You know, we're available in 25 countries around the world. And as I said, the product's been around for 30 years. So the amount of stories and testimonials that we have, you know, it's just amazing. So if there is something in particular that you would like more information on, please feel free to reach out, because we would, be happy to try and find you some stories that might resonate with you. So that's basically the product side of things. Now, as you know, there is a business behind it. So what I'm going to share with you now is just a little bit, I'm just going to bust a couple of the myths that a lot of people think about, you know, when they're talking about a online business, because this is the kind of business that you can do completely online. I have a beautiful team, and out of that team, almost all of them have come from the power of social media. So I'm just going to show you how that really works, because for me that was a really big thing. When I first came into this business, I really only knew the mums of the daycare kids who I looked after, and I really only used Facebook for keeping in touch with my friends and brothers and sisters who are around the country. But I was told that if I was teachable, there is a way that we can use social media to build a business. And I said, well, look, I want to be teachable. Show me how to do that. So I'm just going to draw for you. Katrina was the lady who I messaged about how she was making an income online. So she messaged me with the info. I then shared this with one of the family daycare mums whose kids I was looking after, Beck. Beck used to drop her kids off at my place. 2 of them, I had raised both her little boy and her little girl, and she used to cry dropping them off at work. You know, she wanted to be able to raise her kids herself, but she had to go to work to pay the bills. So she used to drop them off at my place. Once she saw the products and saw the results for her kids, she jumped straight into the business as well. She then went to work and shared it with Angela, and then Angela then shared it with her daughter Jacinta. Now, I decided to pop an ad up on Facebook. You know, I was starting to make some income, absolutely loving it, and starting to see the big picture. So I put an ad up on Facebook and I said, hey, is there anybody out there who would like to create a travel fund for themselves? You know, an extra $500, $1,000 a month to be able to put aside so you can have an awesome holiday at the end of each year. And from that post, Vicky reached out and Denise reached out. Now, just by pure chance, these guys are both school teachers in completely different towns. Vicky works part-time and she was looking to top up her income. Vicky put a post on Facebook and she connected with Mark and she also connected with Melanie. Now, Mark is big into computers and he has a whole bunch of friends overseas. So Mark shared this with all of his computer friends. And now he has an incredible team that is just going nuts over in America. So I'm getting to meet all these beautiful ladies and gents over there in America. Denise is a school teacher who still had 8 years to go. She wanted to retire early. Her partner had been made redundant from his mining business. So they had to cut back on a lot of things and not have as much travel and nice things in their life. So she shared it with her partner, Greg. She also shared it with her mum, Gwenda, down here in Tassie. And she also shared it with her friend Taku, who was living in Timor-Leste at the time, and there was hardly any fruit and veg over there. So they then shared it with their friends. They, you know, maybe popped some posts up on social media, were telling people about it. And just by doing these few posts, and I've since done other posts, and, you know, I've got my brand now, Travel Tribe, where I, you know, put up posts and connect with people. And just from doing that, this is what we call the popcorn effect. So I've now got 200 people in our beautiful Travel Tribe and more joining every day, and all from using the power of social media. So just by connecting with a few people and asking that simple question, you know, is there anybody out there who wants to look better, feel better, maybe lose some weight and earn a bit of money on the side? And it turns out there's 2 billion people on Facebook, and most of them are looking for a way to earn some extra income and get healthier. So it's a really fantastic way. Now, how do we actually get paid in this business? So we get paid to use the products, we get paid to talk about the products, and we get paid to share the results. So when we use the products, we get to then authentically share why we're loving it. You know, we'd never recommend a movie that you haven't actually gone and seen, and you'd never recommend a restaurant where you haven't eaten at. So by using the products, you've then got an authentic story, like you've seen the girls here tonight share. You know, nobody can deny their story. You know, it's their story. So they use the product, and then we talk about them. So by talk, we just mean sharing maybe with people you know, but you so do not have to be that annoying person who goes and tracks down family and friends. You know, with the power of social media, we get to post, we get to share why it is we're loving what we're doing. When you hear our stories, you know, we can't but want to share. When you start to feel amazing, you know, it's human nature to want to share that with other people and help them feel amazing as well. So then we're sharing those results. So not only our own, you know, we share other people's results as well. So when we've got stories about eczema or stories about diabetes, you know, we get to share those with other people. Excuse me. All right. And then we've got, how do we actually get paid? So we get paid in 3 ways. We get paid a retail profit. So every time we connect a customer with the products, we get paid. So we've got an online franchise. We've got head office, which is in Newcastle. They do all of the shipping. They take all of the payments. They handle all of that for us. It's just our job to connect the customer with the products. So we get paid the retail profit every time we do that. We also get paid a commission. So as we build a team, as part of that building our team, we get a percentage of everything that our whole team does. So as we help other people build a business, that in turn helps us as well. Then we also get paid bonuses. Now, bonuses are the fun money and the now money. The bonuses in this business are absolutely awesome because they are unlimited. You can earn as many bonuses as you want. And I'm just going to show you how. So when you start in this business, you pay $165 to become a virtual franchise. So $165 is the only cost of this business. You get your own online office, you get your own online website, it covers all of your training, and you get to work one-on-one with your mentor to help build this business, as well as having fantastic team support. So you start as a virtual franchise. Within 10 days, you can get your very first bonus of $100 and a promotion to DVF. Within 40 days, you can get your next bonus and promotion to SDVF, and that is a $400 bonus, not only for you, but also for the person who taught you. Because we are a teaching business, every time you help somebody get one of these bonuses, you get it as well. The next bonus is SC. That one's a $600 bonus for you and your teacher. SSC is a $1,200 bonus for you and your teacher. Like I said, these are unlimited. You can help one person get these bonuses, or you can help 10 people. You can help 20 people. It's entirely up to you. However much time and effort you want to put into it, that's what you'll get out of it. QNMD is a $1,500 bonus. And then we have our pinnacle position here in Australia, which is called NMD, National Marketing Director. And that one's a $3,000 bonus when you get there. Now, your teacher doesn't get that when you get there, because by that time you've already been an NMD as well. And once you're an NMD, your average starting wage, depending on the size of your business and things like that, is anywhere between 80 to 100,000, and that's a residual income. So that's an income that is coming from the percentage from what you and your team do. So it doesn't matter if you take a month off and you go on holidays, you're still going to get that income coming in each and every single month. So that's kind of a little bit about how we get paid. Because Juice Plus doesn't pay for celebrity endorsements, they don't pay for TV advertising, they don't pay for magazine ads or anything like that. So they have boatloads of money there just ready and waiting to help everyday people get started in their very own business. You know, within 10 days, you can make your first $250 to $300 so that you're not out of pocket at all for joining the business and trying the products. So this business is designed to help everyday people get out there, to get more out of life. And that's what we're really passionate about. You know, we don't have to be stuck in the rat race. Life is short and it's here to be enjoyed and here to be lived. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring. So, you know, these days you don't have to have, you know, choose to have either the career or stay at home with your kids. You really can have it both. You can earn an income doing, you know, fitting in at a time that suits you around what's important to you. You know, if that's your family, if that's travel, if that's, you know, being part of the community, whatever it is for you, you can make this happen. So hopefully that's been a little bit of an insight. I know we've just covered briefly on a lot of topics. So if you do have questions, please either reach out to the person who invited you along tonight or to the person who's sending in this recording. Would really love to have a chat with you, explain your questions more fully, go into everything in detail. Really happy to do that with you. So thank you so much for your time.